What is up, you guys? Game Nut here, and welcome to the start of our Madden 19 Ultimate Team journey. A new game, a new year, which means another fresh start for us to go ahead and try and take on that task of once again becoming a 99 overall squad. I could not be more excited, man. I'm so pumped to be back with you guys for yet another Ultimate Team experience. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. I'm having a lot of fun with this game so far, and I'm ready to grind this game out with you all this year. Now, we've just got to go ahead and jump straight into things because we have a lot to go over in this episode. So as we hop into the main menu, as you guys are seeing it, we've got ourselves a fresh new, design here. We finally got some different graphics. We got a different change from what we have seen in the past. And as we hop into the Madden 19 Ultimate Team main menu, we of course have to go ahead and check out our measly 60 overall team with a bunch of bronze players on the offense and defense. This is always so crazy to see every single year, man. But that is going to change very quickly in this episode because not only did I pre-order the game, I've got the Hall of Fame edition, so we're going to get a bunch of rewards from that. But also we've got this returning user award, which we'll get some stuff from that as well. And as soon as I backed out from our lineup, this is how I got all the way up to level 10. I guess from playing last year's game, being the returning user, we immediately got that boost up to level 10. Now with being level 10, we got a bunch of packs along the way, and a lot of these aren't really, worth showing you guys. I mean, we got some silver players, we got like a couple of quick sells for like coins and some training points, which we'll get into the training a little bit more in depth in just a couple minutes. But at the very end here, this is what I am most excited about and what I already know is coming out of this. We've got 3 loyalty reward packs, and basically what these contain is your choice for one of 6 83 overall non-auctionable tradable elite cards, which your choices consist of DeMarcus Lawrence, Jimmy Graham, Zac Brown, Brandon Cooks, Glover Quinn, and Jay Ajayi. Now I already know what 3 that I wanted to go with because EA was kind of promoting this thing that was going to be in the game for your rewards for being a returning user. This is actually for playing the past 3 previous Madden, so obviously I've played Madden 16, 17, and 18, so since I've played all 3, I get 3 of these packs, meaning I get 3 83 elite players at the start of the game. So my first choice is going to be none other than Jimmy Graham. I think he's a beast. I love playing with him in Ultimate Team, so it's going to be really nice having an elite tight end at the start of the game. And he actually has some pretty good catching stats: 84 catch, 85 catch in traffic, and 88 spectacular catch. He only has 77 speed, but something you guys might notice up there is we now have a new tab. Now, not only are contracts gone, which yes, everybody praise EA for this. This is the best decision they could have ever made, getting rid of contracts. The new tab over there on the card is now for upgrading. So Jimmy Graham, this card we really can't do a whole lot of upgrading with. Like I said, we'll get into more so with the training a little bit later here in just a couple minutes. But with Jimmy Graham and these other cards, all that we can do is just basically add a chemistry slot. Now, the second elite player I decided to go with is going to be Zac Brown. He does have 81 speed on him, so obviously we have to have ourselves a nice user at middle linebacker to start off the year. And our third and last choice is going to be boosting up that secondary: 83 free safety Glover Quinn with 80 speed and 81 zone coverage. Now, as we go into a little bit, more packs that we've got here, we've got our team item fantasy pack, which this is, just basically giving us our uniforms, our stadium, and our coach to start off the year with, which obviously you guys know, Baltimore Ravens, they're my home team, they're my favorite team, so obviously we have to start things off by you suiting up as these guys. As we go out of that, now we have this offensive line upgrade pack, which this was actually kind of cool to see. So we actually, out of this pack, get ourselves a 68 overall silver card at every position of the offensive line. Going from all the way left tackle to right tackle. We've got a nice boost from just those 60 overall cards that we already have on our team right now. We've got a bunch of silvers, which is definitely pretty nice. So after that, we've got another returning user award, which this is going to be a Powerup fantasy pack. This is where we're going to get a little bit more in depth with the way that Powerups work this year. And let me tell you guys, it's amazing. It's by far 100%, 100 times improved from what it was last year. Now, I'm just giving you guys a quick look at the choice of players that you have for every single team. I mean, you guys probably know who I'm going to go with. I've got to go with my team and the Ravens, of course, and it is going to be Marshall Yanda. Now, hold up. Look at this pack animation. Guys, it's just, there's so many good things about this game right now. But anyways, these power-up cards start as a 68 overall, kind of like how last year was. You start off with a very low overall card, and with the training points, which is new this year, we use those to go ahead and power up these cards. Now, like I said, our Yanda is only a 68 overall. Tier number 1 will cost us 4 training points. We'll boost him up to a now 70 overall. After that, we have our chemistry slot, which costs 5 training points as well. This is like the same type of chemistries we've seen from last year. As we continue to go up in tiers, though, as you guys will see, he goes up about 2 overalls every single time, and it progressively costs you more training points every single time. Now, once we get to tier number 6, we then get this physical chemistry slot, which is a new type of chemistry. We'll get to that in probably a later episode. I didn't actually go ahead and put that on him this episode because those cost a lot of training points. Once we go to tier number 8, which is 140 training, we have an 84 overall Marshall Yanda. Now, to go to tier number 9, you guys will see now it doesn't say we need training points, but we actually need an item, and the card art does change. This is is kind of how last year was. Once we get to a certain point, we will then need the core elite card of Marshall Yanda, which is an 86 overall. Once we throw it into this set, we will now get ourselves that tier number 9, and he will be an 87 overall. Then we go one further. Marshall Yanda already has another upgraded card this year, which is the Team Diamond set for the Baltimore Ravens. Tier number 10, once we add that tier Diamond, or Team Diamond, I mean, we will get ourselves a now 90 overall Marshall Yanda. So I hope I did a good job of explaining that to you guys so you can all get a better understanding of how power-ups work this year, because they're 10 times better than what they were last year, man. And the best part about it, if at any point, like if I wanted to, take that Team Diamond out of the Marshall Yanda, downgrade and get the elites back out of it, you can do that. So you can actually sell them. The power-ups don't become non-auctional tradable. You can revert back down, which is the best thing ever. So after that, we now have our Team Fantasy Pack, which is 4 legends in here. And I mean, there's no question. Obviously, I'm going with the GOAT. I'm picking up Ray Lewis. And again, this is another card that we can actually go ahead and power up all the way up to getting Ray to a 90 overall. He doesn't have any other elites. We can't combine this with anything else. I don't really know if that will be a thing in the future, but as of right now, Ray Lewis just goes up to a 90 overall. So as we now go into this pack, which guys, look at the animation. Did you see how sick that was? This is our Mutt Master starter pack. This year's Mutt Master is going to be Ryan Shazier. Right now, he is sitting as a 70 overall gold card, and his stats are pretty bad, not going to lie. But the way that we can actually upgrade this card and power him up, it's a little bit different from how Mutt Masters have worked in the past. We kind of have to start with a low version of him and eventually upgrade him to get to that high overall. This doesn't actually cost any training points. The way that we upgrade this is by getting Mutt Master collectibles, and the way that you obtain those is by completing those objective sets, which are pretty much the exact same ones from last year, which is, do solo challenges, win online game, rack up a bunch of stats, etc. Now, that Ryan Shazier, as you did see, can eventually be upgraded to a 95 overall. That's going to take a long time, though. But our rookie premier player that I did choose for Madden 18 is Bradley Chubb. He is a 79 overall. I decided to go with him because I really feel like he's going to be a pretty good player in the NFL. I think he's going to get a lot of upgrades throughout the year, and I think he'll be good for our team. Now, after this, we even got some more packs. Now we have some Team Elite Fantasy Pack, and this is basically an 80 overall elite of our choice, one from every single team. I'm not going to show you guys all of the choices, and surprisingly, no, I actually didn't go with the Baltimore Ravens. I know you might be surprised. It was a CJ Mosley, and I think we're pretty set as our middle linebackers right now. I actually decided to go with Von Miller, and I thought, you know what, having an 80 overall pass rusher, Von Miller, would definitely be a really big boost at the start of Madden 19. You guys see his stats are not too bad, 78 speed on Von. I think he'll be very good for us. Now, also, the very last thing that we have now is these gold team fantasy packs. I decided to go with the Ravens, Falcons, Raiders, Saints, and Jaguars, and I'm not going to show you guys all of these because really there's not much to show out of them except a few. Basically, what came out of these packs are like 3 silver cards and 2 golds. You could have gotten a little bit better out of them, but for my Ravens one, I mean, I really didn't get anything too good. We kind of got duplicate positions, like we don't need this gold tight end. The Jaguars one was pretty good, though. We did get ourselves a 79 overall at right tackle. Obviously, this is going to be an instant starter for our team right out of the gate. Jeremy Parnell, as we take a look at his stats, 80 pass block, 76 run block, and we've got some new stats on the back of O-line this year, which I'm not exactly sure how good they are or what really they're used for, I guess. But we have pass block power, run block power, as well as pass block finesse and run block finesse. I'm not really sure what they're about, but I'm guessing that having a high overall in that stat is probably pretty good. Last but not least, after I logged on, now this is the next day, I finally got my rewards for getting the GOAT edition of the game. Now, 2 of those were just like some uniforms and getting some quick sell for training points, but we do have 3 other packs that did give us, some pretty good things. Now, this one right here, for pre-ordering the game and getting Hall of Fame edition, we got ourselves the cover athlete, which you guys know is 89 overall, Antonio Brown. Day 1, we are getting ourselves one of the best, probably actually the best core elite receiver in the game, I'm pretty sure. 84 speed, 90 catching, 89 catching traffic for AB, man. This is actually crazy. An 89 receiver at the start, day 1 of Madden 19. How crazy is that, man? So, we've got our number 1 receiver position locked up, obviously. Next pack we have is our Elite Hall of Fame Fantasy Pack, where we get to choose 1 of 5 Hall of Fame players. Our choices are Dan Marino, Terrell Davis, Terrell Owens, Brian Urlacher, and Rod Woodson. And I'm not going to lie, this choice was kind of easy for me. I'm not going to lie, I didn't really want to go with the Steelers player. I didn't need a middle linebacker. Wasn't really too hot on Dan Marino either, so it basically came down to both of the Terrell guys. And my choice ended up being, we're going to go ahead and lock up that second receiver position and grab 80 overall Terrell Owens. Now, his stats right now, really aren't all that great either. He only has 76 speed, 78 catching. But again, this is another card that we can use our training points on, power him up, and he goes all the way up to eventually an 85 overall. So, After that, we did have 7 more of those team fantasy packs. Again, not going to show you guys all of them, only the good ones, which right here in the Packers one I decided to open up. We got our starting running back for the year, man. We have this 78 overall Jamal Williams, and this card actually looks kind of decent, not going to lie. He has 81 speed, 80 agility, and 72 truck, and we also have another new stat on running backs this year, which is that break tackle. He does have a 69 there. So, after that, we have our Gold Saints pack. I decided to open up one more of these. We have our new slot receiver right there, which is 76 Brandon Coleman, and our last one, which is going to be the Chiefs pack. Are you guys ready for this? Look at that animation that popped up. I actually got myself a legend player. How crazy is that? I wasn't expecting a lead out of this, let alone a legend. 83 left tackle Willie Roaf. Now, obviously, this card would be an immediate starter on our team, the best offensive lineman that we would have, but right now, not many people have the game, obviously. Prices are kind of high for cards, so I went ahead and threw him up on the auction house and already got 23,000 coins in the bank. Now, before we do go ahead and finally take all these cards that we just got and put them into our lineup, I did decide I wanted to go ahead and power up our Marshall Yanda card. So, like I said, you guys do see right now he is sitting as a 68 overall in his stats. He had a 76 strength, 65 pass block, and a 68 run block. So, as we go ahead, continue to progress with these tiers, like I said, it does cost, you know, only a little bit of training points at the start, about 4 or 5 every single time, and he goes up 2 overalls. Eventually, once we get up to a certain point, it's going to cost more and more, but right now, we're going up to tier number 4, costs 5, going up to a 76 overall. Tier number 5 costs 10 now, to a 78 overall. Finally, this is where I decided to stop. Tier number 6, 40 training points, 80 overall. Marshall Yanda is now going to be, obviously, be the best offensive lineman on our team. This is basically an elite. This lowest elite card is an 80 overall, so he's kind of an elite card on our team right now. Eventually, I would like to get him all the way up to that team diamond tier number 10, but as we take a look at how his stats have updated now, you do see 82 strength, 78 pass block, and 81 run block. So this card has been much improved just by doing that little bit of training. So as we go ahead now and take a look at that 60 overall team, throw in all these cards that we just got, we have now been boosted up all the way to a 75 overall team, just like that, man. That's a pretty good boost day 1 on this game. So we've got a running back locked down with Jamal Williams. The receivers look pretty good with AB and T.O. as our 1 and 2. Tight end, we've got the man Jimmy Graham up there. The offensive line is, you know, okay, obviously being held down by Marshall Yanda, of course. Over on the defense, things aren't as great over here. We definitely have some more upgrades to do over here, but Zac Brown is our user at middle linebacker, of course, with that 83 overall. The pass rushing beast that is Von Miller is our left outside linebacker. Our secondary is kind of dookie, I'm not gonna lie, except for our free safety, which is obviously 83 Glover Quinn, and then down at the right end position, our rookie premier player, 79 overall Bradley Chubb. Now, before I decided it was time to play in our first head-to-head matchup of the year, I really wasn't comfortable with the way this defense was looking, man. I mean, I didn't want to go online and have a 65 as our strong safety, and our cornerbacks are 73, 71, 69. Like, that's terrible. Imagine if anybody else pre-ordered the game and also got that free cover athlete, Antonio Brown. He's going to torch our secondary, man, and then our quarterback position, I can't do it. I'm sorry. I mean, you guys know I'm a Ravens fan. There's no way I'm going to be playing with Ben Roethlisberger on my team. So, for our temporary quarterback for now, the man that stepped in for when Aaron Rodgers was hurt, we are going to be getting ourselves Brett Hundley. His throwing stats aren't really all that great, but he does have 77 speed, which isn't too bad. Our cornerback we're going to get is a 77 overall from the New York Jets, Morris Claiborne with 82 speed. And last but not least, our strong safety, we've got a 75 overall Michael Thomas going to the New York Giants this season. He has a 79 speed, 71 man coverage, and a 73 zone. So just with those 3 upgrades, plugging them into our lineup, we actually now went up to a 76 overall, and I'm a little bit more comfortable now. We definitely got a much solid quarterback, or a better quarterback, I should say, as well as the secondary. It definitely improved a little bit getting that gold player and then having a gold up as our strong safety. So now I think the lineup is ready, man. Obviously, we've got a lot of changes to make throughout this year. I'm really excited. As you guys were curious about our special teams, we actually were given this gold punter and kicker, 75 overall Brad Wing and Blair Walsh, which right out of the gate, this Blair Walsh has 77 kick power, which actually isn't that bad. Like, I feel like kickers have better kick power this year than they did last year, but it's time, man. 76 overall, our first head-to-head matchup of the season. Let's see if we can start on a high note and go get ourselves a dub.
Again, everyone, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
My first online game of Madden 19 Ultimate Team. I'm not going to lie. I was definitely a little bit nervous going into this one because, you know, it's been a while since I played online. Also, it's a brand new game, so we've got new mechanics to adjust to. But also, I wanted to start off this year hot. You know, I want to come out here with the victory and hopefully not catch an L. But I decided to go ahead and take a look at my opponent's team, and his squad is actually pretty good, man. He's got an elite quarterback, Deshaun Watson, and his receivers are crazy, man. AB, Brandon Cooks, and Marvin Jones. This dude has 3 elite receivers coming out of the gate. It's a good thing I went ahead and got myself at least 1 cornerback because the secondary's got their work cut out for them. There's no joke about that. But first play of the year, we're going run to Jamal Williams. And okay, that was pretty darn good. I'm not going to lie. A 10-yard carry, first play, I like it. Going right back to him. The offensive line, look at the gap that this O-line is producing for our running back right now. Another pickup of 10-plus yards for a first down. Going with a play action now, Brett Hundley. I don't see anybody open. We're going to use that 77 speed for him. Take off, picking up another first down. Dude, things are going really well right now. We've got 3 first downs in a row. First and 10 now. Brett Hundley in the pocket. We're going underneath to Jimmy Graham. Putting on a juke move on the user. Takes a big hit, not going to lie, but Jimmy G getting his first catch on our team now. After an incomplete pass, we are faced with a 3rd and 3. Brett Hundley. I see an open Antonio Brown on the sideline. Beautiful pass and a great catch by AB, able to keep his feet in bounds. This offense is moving down the field right now, and I'm definitely liking it. So, going back to the run with Jamal Williams. This dude is literally picking up like 10 yards a carry. What a game this dude's having right now. All the way down to the 5-yard line. It is 1st and goal. Going with a pass. Hundley scrambling out of the pocket. A diving catch by Jimmy Graham, and there it is, our first touchdown of the year. That was a pretty successful first drive, man. Driving down, putting up 6 points, that's probably the best thing that we could have done. Now, as we come out here on our first drive of defense, there's not really a whole lot to show because we pretty much did the best thing that we could have here as well, and that was force my opponent to go 3 and out and punt us the ball. So, as we're, coming right back out on the offense now, Brett Hundley is going play action once again. I see Antonio Brown in one-on-one coverage. That's got to be a mismatch. And oh my God, Antonio Brown, what a catch. Just like that, we are now on the other side of the 50-yard line in prime time to score. And I spoke too soon because our drive kind of came to a stop. It is a 3rd and 17. We ended up getting taken down for a sack. And on this play, almost get taken down for another one. The ball was actually almost intercepted as well. So we're going to have to settle for our field goal. But you guys need to see this. This is a 49-yard field goal. We were able to make this. But, last year, we definitely were not able to make a 49-yard field goal right out of the gate with a day 1 kicker. So, I feel like kickers are kind of powerful this year. So it's going to be interesting to see, once we get, 90 overall kickers, even, 99 at the end of the year, what kind of field goals are they going to be able to make? Are we going to be kicking 60s and whatnot? I don't know. But anyways, as we're coming out on defense, okay, my opponent caught a little break here. He's going to throw right at my user. He's already tested me. I don't know why Zac Brown didn't turn around. I was holding triangle. That should have been my pick. Don't worry. I'm going to get redemption if he's going to test me like that. 2nd and 4, going run play with Saquon Barkley. Just stopped him short of the first down, though. That was a good job by my defense. Going no huddle. 3rd and 1.
Gotcha, bitch.
And what did I say, man? We baited him. That was such a beautiful user pick. You guys know that the sound effect is back. We got our first user of the year, Zac Brown, coming up with the pick, and we are picking things back up on the offense. 1st and 10 for Jamal Williams, going back to this guy. Dude, this man is having himself a great game right now. He is literally picking up almost 10 yards a carry. I know the stat right there said 9 for 53, but you guys are seeing all the good 10-yard carries. Jimmy Graham on 3rd and 9 makes a guy miss. Taken down at the 30-yard line. Right now, this offense is being handled by Jimmy Graham and Jamal Williams. On 3rd and 8, however, once again, my offense right here down at the red zone, once we start getting close to it, it's not that good yet, okay? I'm not going to lie. We definitely almost threw an interception to a big D lineman. We had to take ourselves yet another field goal, extending our lead now to 13-0. At least we got a 2-possession game. My opponent could take the lead if he does put up 2 touchdowns, but I feel like that's not going to happen. And the reason is because my opponent was just getting absolutely destroyed by my defense. Von Miller is coming up with the sack. That is actually his 2nd of this game. And right now, we are just in complete control. The offense, again, I didn't do good. You guys see the score. We settled for another field goal, man. We're up 16-0, which is good position. And right now, with 2.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, who else, man? Von Miller comes up with now his 3rd sack of this game. And right after that happened, the game gets paused, and you guys know what's coming. The first of the year. The PlayStation has been thrown out the window. Your peer has conceded the game. There it is, you guys. We got our first victory in our first game. We started off on a hot note, exactly what I wanted to do. Hopefully all of you guys enjoyed, man. Thank you all so much for watching. I am super excited, like I said earlier, to be back for another year of Ultimate Team with you guys. Thank you all so much for your support, being back here with me again. I am ready to grind out this game crazy, man, because I'm having a lot of fun. Big things are coming this year, man. Once again, hopefully all of you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you put a thumbs up on the video if you guys did, and I will catch catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.